Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Mike, 53.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Well, look now at our starting defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. 3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Going up top. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So here come the Eagles for their initial possession of the game. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with the receiver?
Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. And here are the starters for Philadelphia.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
53, Mike 53. Mike, nice, sweetheart.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Well, look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the number 1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. To throw is Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch.
And it's a fumble, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. From the red zone now, Wentz. Deep Ford, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 24-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So this drive spans 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 63 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Mostert. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Mostert. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mostert. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 32. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 10 more there and another first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down. And
no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Pettis. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. John Ross, a touchdown reception. From there, we stay in the Empire State. We head up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Raiders. Stephon Diggs, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's check in at our nation's capital. See what's happening with the Redskins at home at FedEx Field. And they were losers in their ball game to the visiting Dallas Cowboys. 20-10 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Wentz now on first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 2nd down and goal. Wentz, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Check three.
Going to give this time to the tailback. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? We'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go, and move on to the next series.
A big pickup there on the scramble. 34 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They're going to look to throw. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal, 2nd and 2. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. And this This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Elliott on for the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. And the Niners have it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now here in Santa Clara. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now a play fake. Garoppolo looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 22-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he is going to go down. Back back at the 11-yard line. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 15.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Back to throw here. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Back to throw. It's caught by Sanders. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. D. Ford. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, back to 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right?
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Eagles down by 12. And time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. D. Ford in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw here. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Throwing left side, it's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. They'll look to throw.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Brings up second and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Niners, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.